There are different operations you can perform on a list, like we can access an element from a list, and we can also append elements to a list. We can modify the value of a current element in a list. We can delete elements in a list. So let's see all of these operations in my IDE. First, we'll see how we can access an element in a list. So this is the list. So this is the print list, gave me all the items. So if you want to access a particular element, we'll go by index. So this index starts from 0. So this is 0, this is 1. So if I give a list of 1 and I print, it should give me this, it should print me this 2. You can see this, it has given me this 2 as an output. And if I go with 4, it would print me 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It would print me 1. So I'll run this and it gave me 1. So that's how we can access a list. And the next is you can append items to a list. So this is a list. I'll call list dot append. This is a method available on list. Append. So if I append some 12 to this list and again print this list completely. So you should see this when I print this list, complete list, you should see this 12 added after 67.5. You can see we have this 12. So this append function adds an item to the end of the list. We don't need to add just 12. We can also give a list here again, 12, 13 and 17, 16, something, whatever. We can also give a list. So if I print list, you see 12, 13, 16 printed as a list. As I said earlier, the list is not defined a particular type. These are strings. These are integers. These are strings. This is a boolean. This is a float, and this is a complete list again. We can also append list to a list. So that's about append. And next, we can see how to modify a value in a list. So to modify a value in a list, I'll call this list of, I'll modify this 4 to some random, this 4 to some 24. So I'll call it a list of 2. And I can just assign a value to that list value. So this 2 will become this 4, that is index of 2, 0, 1, 2 will become 24 now. So I'll just run this list. You can see it printed me 24, 1, 2 and 24, 1, 2 and 24. Even if I printed even if I gave the 4 here, I will change this to 24. So that's how we can modify an item in a list. The next thing is delete an element. Delete elements in a list. So to delete element in a list, I'll call del, and I'll call list, and I want to delete the index of this this file. I want to delete this file. So that index is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. That index is 4. Just use this del list of 3, and I'll just print the list now. You should see that that file should disappear from this list. You can see there is no 5 here. Even if the list here is 1, 2, 4, 5, but it became 1, 2 and 24 we have changed it. There is 5 disappeared and it started from again 1 string true. So this is how we can perform these operations on list. There are a few more other operations on list. They are length, concatenation, repetition, membership and iteration. You can find the length of a list and we can concatenate 2 lists. We can repetition you can multiply lists, like you can form 4 lists by using 1 list. You can form repetition of the same list, like multiplying, we can multiply lists. And membership, we can check whether a particular item is found in a list using this membership. And there's iteration, we can also loop these items in a list. So these are all the available operations along with these basic accessing elements, appending, modifying, deleting. So let's see how we can perform these operations with our example. So first I need to find the length of a list. So simply I'll tell length of list. So this will give me the length of a list. So I'll just copy this here. So this print will print me the length of a list. So let me first count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then I have removed this. So that will be 7. And I've added this. That will be 8. So let's see what it prints. So it printed 8. See? So it counts the length of the list and it prints the length. So next, after the list, there is concatenation. Like I can find 2, I can add one more list here. I'll define list2 equal to, I'll say 99 and 100. So concatenation, like we can just directly add two lists and it will print us the concatenation. I mean, it will concatenate two lists and print us list plus list 2. So now if I do that, so it has printed me 1, 2, 24, 1 string true 67.5, and this list is from the first list and this 9900 is from the second list. Like that we can concatenate two lists. And the other thing is we can, and the other one is repetition. Repetition means like we can so I'll just give variables for each of them instead of printing everything, instead of doing a print for everything. I'll just give variables, like I'll just give variables for each of the topic we are discussing. Repetition equal to list 2 into 4 or 3. So what will this? So what this will do is, if I print this repetition, so it will print me list 3 times. You can see 9900, 9900, 9900. So that's how we can use this repetition. We can repeat, we can duplicate the list by multiplying it with whatever number we want. So I said 3, it became, so I said 3, so it multiplied this list 2 by 3 times. So all the elements I gave here, 9900 are repeated twice. So that's about repetition. And membership. Membership means whether particular item is found in the list or not. So now I'll print, I'll write membership here. I'll define my variable 99 in list 2. So I'm just checking whether this 99 is found in list 2 or not. And I will print this membership. So it should give me true. So it has given me true. So I'll tell 99 or I'll tell 123 in list 2. Whether it should give me error or it should give me false. It gave me false because we are using in. Because we are using in here, so that it will give us true or false. Otherwise, if you are doing any other operations and you are accessing values which are not present in the list, it will throw as an error. Suppose I say print list of 4. Here, if I give 13 elements are not there. Even if I give print 13, you should see it gives us an error when using normally. So when you are using this membership, it will just checks us and gives true or false. When compared to this, in any other cases, which throws an error. So that's about membership. So this iteration means like we can loop this, like these are these elements. I loop this list. So iteration means for I in range, instead of giving a range, for I in list. So what I'll do is I'll just iterate the items in the list. I'll just print I. So what it does basically is it will print each and every item here. It should print 1, 2, 4, 5. Instead of a list, it will print each item in a single line. So that's what I have done for I in list. List is the one. This is the list. So let me run this. You can see it printed each of them in a separate line. 1, 2, 24, 1, string, true. These are all the items. It printed only up to this because I have only printed the list 1. So later I have appended this, and this is the list 2, which I multiplied by 3. So these are the available operations on list. Like we can perform basic operations like accessing an element, modifying an element, deleting an element, and we can also change the value of an element. So these are the basic things. And later we can also find the length of a list. We can concatenate two lists. Also we can multiply lists using repetition, and we can also check whether an item is present in a list. That is called membership. And we can also loop this list and do whatever we want with the elements in the list. So that is about these operations on list.